Hey guys, sure you've noticed a couple of changes going on with the channel, helping my daughters out with the photography business, things like that. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing, reviews or other things on the channel as well. Just gonna mean there's some other content. Probably will be more mid-IO photo content because they're teenagers and preteens and little girls who think they need to be YouTube stars and all kinds of fun stuff, which is fun and exciting. But anyways, if it's stuff that you don't like, I'm sorry, but it is my kids and I have to help them out. And versus starting a second channel and trying to keep up on everything, they're complicated enough to keep up on. So I'm trying to keep my life simplified as much as I can. Plus I can keep better control of the content that they're putting on and watch it and everything. Anyways, I had to order a couple of sockets that went MIA out of my toolbox, and I decided to go ahead and use my Tekton rewards that I have to purchase this little set. I've been eyeballing. I run into a few spots, as everyone does, hard to get into and things. Thought I'd check them out. It's the 1/4 inch drive, 3/8 drive U-Joint Sockets. 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch and standard and 6-19 and metric. Interesting little set. All these fit in tight up top. These are loose. Realistically, I very seldom keep things in these cases just because of the simple fact that they take up a lot of toolbox space. I'd rather stand them in organizers and go that way, as most of you have seen in my toolbox stuff. What's interesting is the 3/8 drive. There's some overlapping, which I kind of like, and I'm kind of unsure of at the same time. Obviously, I haven't used them. I just got them today. I am going to use them. I'll put them to use. Being small engine, I'm not worried about impact ratings. I'm not worried about, breaking these pins. One, Tekton's always done me really good on warranty stuff. Two, I use a lot of 1/4 inch drive stuff. If something's that torqued on, then we have a problem. But, you'll find that one thing. So breaking one of these is probably inevitable down the road when you're trying to get into a super stupid tight spot and can't get into anything else. But moving on them right now, these larger ones seem to be a little smoother as far as movement than the small ones, the 1/4 inch drive. Not by much, but they just seem a little stiffer. This here is stiff, so you don't have to worry about those falling out in the case. On a side note, if you're grabbing a ratchet or something else with one hand and you want to grab one real quick out of your box, again, why I don't necessarily always like these cases in my box. Now if you're transporting this, carrying it with you, fantastic. But don't know how well you can see how shallow these are. They're pretty shallow, but overall the length, if you're going straight on, is still longer than a regular socket. It's only when you get into these spots that you garner some benefit there. That snaps in nice and tight. So on the 1/4 inch drive, it's a 1/4 inch through 9/16, 6mm through 14mm. Pretty common sizes. I kind of wish I'd go to 15 on these, but it is what it is. No big deal. On the 3/8 drive, again, this is where you have some of that overlap of that, 3/8 to 9/16. You have 4 of the same. Granted, these are smaller, easier to get in. So I don't know why, at least for me, I wouldn't put those in there. I don't really need them because if I'm using a 7/16, 9 times out of 10, I'm grabbing a 1/4 inch anyways, just because it's easier to get in and out. But I have it, it's there, I'll use it. Same with the 3/8 on the metric side, is you have the 10mm through the 14, which are just duplicating these. They're a bigger one, so when you look at this, I mean, if you're using it for that tight, get into the spot kind of thing, what it's supposed to be for, one of these makes a lot more sense than the other. I mean, even the head here is deeper. Don't know how well you can see that or not, but try to give a comparison. So you're how deep or shallow that head is. If this is focusing, I can't see because I'm not behind it. Hopefully it is. See if we can put both these side by side. See if we can give you a if I line the back of the brooch up to the back of the brooch up, I'm hoping that's coming out for you guys. If not, I apologize. I won't waste a lot of time on it here. There should be enough contrast to pick those up, but it's probably a difference of 1/8 of an inch, maybe. But overall, like I said, when you stack these side by side here, you can see quite a bit of difference there. So the point of them being a shallow and on a universal joint is to get into tight spots. Makes so much more sense down here. I would almost rather seen if they were gonna, you know, have these, instead of overlapping these 9 different sizes, is go up bigger here. I mean, who wouldn't use up to a 1 inch on some stuff? Granted, a 1 inch bolt on those little pins, we all know that's getting pretty extreme on those. But anyways, wanted to do a quick little unboxing. Hey, looky, new shiny tools, yay. But anyways, expensive set in my mind at $200. There are some other cheaper ones out there. I think oh, what's that other company? I can't think of it right offhand. Wow, I have ratchet wrenches from them. I think their universals may be a little cheaper, a little more sorted out, separate. And the only reason I spent the extra money on these is because they've warranted a screwdriver, they've warranted a Torx driver. You know, when we've broken them, we're in a shop. Tools break, I don't care what brand or anything it is. And being able to send a picture and a quick description of, hey, this broke and there's a new one in the mail, that hassle-free to me is worth the extra, you know, dollars on a tool that, you know, may or may not break. But if it ever does, I like having that insurance of, hey, they have been really good at taking care of me. So I also got a brass hammer. Don't know what all you can say about that other than it's a hammer, and it's epoxied in on the end. I'm sure it'll work until it breaks. It's no, that grip I would think would have been a little softer. It's kind of a, it is rubberish, but it has a more of a plastic feel to it than rubber. I think it would have had a little bit more flex, but it does have some pretty decent grooves in it. You can see those, so it should hold up all right. We'll see. Again, it's a brass hammer. I don't know how many people go swinging full blast on them. This is just to, you know, keep the marring down on some items while you beat on them. Thanks for watching. Please take the time to leave a comment. If you have any questions about what we're doing with the channel, how we're doing things and stuff, if that interests you, let me know. I'd love to take the time to answer it, even maybe make a video about it. Take the time to like, subscribe. Feel free to share this if you want to share it for anything. But I would like your input back on, you know, our videos and what you like, what you don't like. I know people say I breathe too heavy. Sorry. Fat guy out of shape with, you know, other issues. I breathe heavy. You don't like it, I'm sorry. You know, I try to do better. But comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have yourself a